Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Connor.
Oh, I'm so excited to see you.
It's good to see you.
It's unbelievable to see you as well. Like I was saying
It's
earlier,
good to see you.
it's first of all, it's good to see. Let's take that word for word. It's so good to see. I think about every day what life would be like if I couldn't see. But then to add the extra piece of the equation, you see, comma you. Oh,
I completely am aligned with that, especially with my contacts in. Like you are
oh,
in HD crystal clear 2020. What a privilege it is to not only see clearly, but see you clearly for what feels like the first time.
see you clearly, capital C, across the board.
Speaking
Yeah.
of see clearly, I got prescription sunglasses so that I could see clearly in the sun, which
Okay.
seemed like a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Now, when you are wearing your contacts and you look through a prescription, it is blurry. Did you know that?
Because it like cancels each other out.
It's like my old vision because it's like perfect vision looking through. It's like what you would see if you put on my glasses.
Dare I say, it cancels each other out? No.
Dare you say it? I
Well,
don't
it's
know why
something.
no one, why, I don't know why no one, why would they fail to mention me that?
I don't know why they failed to mention you that specifically that because that seems like a big
It
thing. But I
feels
don't know why.
big.
Like not to like play DA here, but why were you putting on your glasses if you have your contacts in? Oh, your sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
Oh Lord. Well,
Maybe that was probably like incredibly not only stupid but dumb on my part.
I don't be so hard on yourself. No one
But
would know that unless they took elementary school
I
and
mean,
remembered it.
Warby Parker took me for a fucking ride.
I
Connor,
can't
let's just
really.
leave it at that. Let's
I
just
can't
leave
really
it at that.
speak on them right now.
Let's just
Um,
leave it at that.
we can leave it right
Let's
there.
just leave it at that.
Orby. I was thinking I was going to suggest to you maybe transition lenses for contacts, but
I just need to get non-prescription sunglasses, which is now clear to me.
good song by
But I
Miley Cyrus.
already spent $250 on the prescription sunglasses. Would have been like $100 if I didn't get talked into the blue light and the anti-fatigue.
Oh, I've done that, and they had to ship to you. Yeah.
Yeah, the anti-fatigue piece really put me over the edge.
I mean,
Honestly, if
I'm no
someone
better.
tells me this will help you with your fatigue, this will be anti-fatiguing, I'm going to say, okay, give it to me.
I'm no better than you.
I'm no better than you. But that, again, took me for a freaking ride. So
Did you think you were going to see like 40/40 when you put in
I thought
the
maybe I'd just be less tired.
Oh,
But it turns out only my eyes will be less tired. And I'm not even sure that that's the case. So
well, we're here, and that's what matters. Welcome you guys all back to Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast.
welcome you guys all back.
Welcome you guys all back. I'm just going to touch on some things very quickly.
Touch on them.
First of all, I'm feeling healthy for the first time in 3 weeks. It has been such an unbelievable ride, you guys. I think the peak of my illness, which I'll go into in a second, was last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to see that public speculation is alive and well on the internet. I kind of relapsed on Reddit when someone said, "Did anyone notice Connor was inebriated on the podcast?"
Oh, you're
I
back in
was
the
not.
trenches.
No, I was not inebriated. I thank you guys so much for that. You guys are all very creative storytellers, and I love that. And that is your right. As American Redditors, that is your right. And I
I'm
love
sure it
it.
didn't help that I asked you if you were blackout.
No, but the thing is, I have never shied away from saying I am
That is
hungover, I am
true.
drunk.
That is true.
In fact, I've leaned into it. Some of people's favorite episodes are me clinching the bucket for an hour and a
That's
half
true.
with glasses on, almost yakking. Um, but no, that was not the case last week.
You were feeling
Last week,
sickly.
I had moved all of my stuff I had over the weekend. By the way, on the show that Maggie was on, remember I was like, I'm on Sudafed and Mucinex. It has been 3 full weeks of me being sick, and it's incredible because, well, first of all, just I'll just wrap that part up. Um, I was on like heavy meds last week because no one knew what illness I had on an empty stomach after flying here on the red eye. So I was out of it. So everyone was
Yeah.
correct in that. And I was trying to like smile and push through, and I think I was overcompensating a bit, and
Oh,
also just
honey, it's okay.
But
We all have off weeks, and I'm sure it's definitely challenging to see those off weeks analyzed on the internet,
pushed out and through.
pushed out
Yeah.
and through, and having
I will
pressed send.
having Preston, I will say, like, one thing about us two, in 3 years, we have skipped 2 episodes ever. And I think most people would probably take a break if with all of the things that we have going on right now. Not us. Not us. So I thank everyone for the patience. We are working on a more permanent solution for the Zoom viewers.
I think you'll like it almost.
I think
I think
so
everyone will
too. And
like it.
if anyone can see on camera right now, I did get a colorful mic that lights up as I speak, so the audio should be much better this week. I did figure out how to turn on or turn off the center stage zoom in, zoom out
Yes.
on my Zoom. But thank you for the patience. We're working on a solution, and it will be. You have to start from under the bar to raise it because you have to lift it up.
Maybe like your state of mind last week was for the best because it's like we could only rise through
You
the
can
ashes
only
from
rise.
there.
Yeah, like my my like headspace after like seeing 2 comments, which like I'm just assuming like the 100% of the comments that I saw were like, we have to kill Connor and like we need to band together, find him, and like pull his limbs off his body like Genghis Khan style. And I was like, I'm with you. Like I will meet you guys out in the public square and we can do like a stoning. You guys can stone me. I want to circle back to my illness, my mysterious illness.
Okay.
So I go to the doctor in LA. That's when I got the meds for my illness that they said I wasn't sick. I said, Doc, I wouldn't be here. Like, I don't want to come here. I don't have fun at the doctor's office. I don't want to be here. I promise you I don't feel good.
What were your symptoms?
Like everything. And it freaked me out because so then I get to New York and the weather's freezing cold and I'm like, oh, I'm depressed. Like I must just be depressed. Can't stop sleeping 12 hours a day.
This is so you when you moved to LA the first time
Look,
and
oh my gosh.
and slept through the apocalypse with your
fires.
mono.
So then I go, no, Brooke, that's exactly. I was like, oh my gosh, wait, no, like I forgot, I'm sick. My throat hurts. I'm grumpy. I'm tired. I had a long day every single day. And so I go back to the doctor's office because, and this is gross. Sorry, I just want to like explain to everybody. I had like the like white stuff at the back of my
Ooh,
throat, like my
that's
tonsils
hot.
were swollen and I had that crap. And so I go in and she's like, oh yeah, you have pneumonia.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, really? She's like, well, have you had mono? And I was like, yeah. She's like, when? I was like 5, 6 years ago. And she's like, oh, it could be mono. And I was like, my God, like, because that would make sense because it's been 3 weeks. And then she gave me antibiotics finally, and like day one of antibiotics, I was like, oh my gosh, it was whatever these antibiotics are for. So now I'm like back. I'm so thankful to be back. I'm not sleeping.
Oh, I'm
12
thankful
hours a
for
day.
that and for antibiotics.
One thing
You know what you need to start doing though?
what?
Like when you feel sick, just like take it easy if pause.
Yeah,
Like it's okay to like spend the day in bed when you're sick.
I did that like all last week.
Okay, good.
It's weird, and two things I am removing from my life: biting my nails because I've been touching so much stuff here, and
Oh,
I'm
do you
too
mind
scared
if
to
I
get
pick
sick
the skin
again.
off my lips right now?
No, put your fingers in your mouth and like
Okay.
count your blessings. Because
My cheilitis is like out of control.
I want to put my fist in my whole. I want to put my whole fist in my mouth right now because I miss it.
Okay.
And my year ago today's because my year ago today was me walking Max going to get a coffee on the canals, and the sun is shining, and there's going to be a blizzard here
Wait,
tomorrow.
what do you miss? Putting your
Putting
fist
my
in your mouth?
putting my fingers in all my fingers
Oh,
in my mouth.
okay.
Yeah. But then also Snapchat year
Wait,
ago today.
why aren't you just doing it then?
Because I touched, like I get on the subway and I touch the bar, the handle.
Oh.
I'm kind
Oh,
of done
okay.
with that.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't following. I assumed you would just do it regardless.
No, I'm like too aware of like I'm gonna be a guy that has hand sanitizer in his pocket now.
I think I would even draw the line at Subway. Subway to fist and mouth pipeline.
I totally agree. There's a drop of sweat running down in between my tits right now. Like it looks crazy, but I'm not gonna take off my sweater. But I want you to know that I'm ignoring it. But it is running ever so slowly down the middle of my grand tetons.
I liked you referring to your breasts as tits just then.
Yeah, like that's what they are.
I generally don't like that word. Like, it's not something that I would say, but I liked you saying it just then in that context.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Nutrafol. This year, there's nothing holding you back from loving your hair again. You guys know that I have recently gotten the Rachel season 3 haircut, and it is really, truly amazing how good a good head of hair can make you feel. Okay?
Yeah, I agree.
It changes the whole game. Hair is so much more than what you see on the surface. It's a reflection of what's happening inside. Let Nutrafol target the key root causes of your thinning hair and help you grow stronger, healthier strands from within.
If there's one thing I just learned from Jack Schlossberg's bio on TikTok, water the root, not the fruit. And let me hit you with some facts. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1.5 million people. See thicker, stronger, and faster-growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol.
While many supplements rely solely on ingredient studies, Nutrafol clinically tests final formulations to ensure their efficacy. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after taking Nutrafol women's hair growth supplement for 6 months.
Obviously, everyone's going to like this. Building a hair growth routine is simple. You purchase online, no prescription required, automated deliveries, and free shipping keep you on track. Plus, with a Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20%. You'll have access to free naturopathic doctor consults, and a Headspace meditation membership is included.
Start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code B&C. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code BNC. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code BNC.
Oh my gosh, guess who was getting coffee this morning next to me?
You want to do 20 questions or you want to just tell me?
Yeah.
Are they an actor?
Yeah.
Are they a girl?
No.
Are they a boy?
Yeah.
Are they young?
No.
Are they like over 50?
Yeah.
Are they a comedian?
Yeah.
Were they on SNL?
Yeah.
Will Ferrell?
No.
Adjacent to Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Is it Adam Sandler?
Yeah. Well done.
Whoa,
wow. I think that was like 8 questions.
whoa.
Yeah, I was like sitting in this coffee shop and I was with Hunter and this guy walks in, didn't even look at him.
Mike, your mic went out.
Wait. Oh my gosh, wait, can you hear me? Wait, oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I've been.
And he saved the day.
Can you just save the day? Okay, so there's a mute button on the mic that I've been touching it with my nose.
Flirting with it. You've been flirting with the mute button.
I've been tapping on it with the tip of my nose.
You've been Eskimo kissing the mute button.
And it's not a button. You don't put it doesn't click when you push it. It like is like touch screen, but it doesn't look touch screen. And so like
yeah, I understand.
And I just so faintly, Kenny, saw like a little microphone with a line through it on the front of it. Wow. Like that's the power of community.
That'll do it.
That's the power of community and everyone like having a semi grasp on IT. Like maybe you muted it. Okay, maybe I did with my nose. Okay, we're back. But okay, Adam Sandler, yeah, he walked in, like perfect thing, like most perfect thing I've ever heard a man say. You guys still sell coffee here?
That is hysterical.
Shut up, Adam. Yes. Yeah, they do. And then he got a little coffee and he just went on his way. That's one
I wonder
person.
if he feels pressured to always like walk in a place and deliver a line like that.
Like, here comes. Oh boy.
Like, yes, here I am.
You still work here? Obviously, like, I want to put like a little notch in my Boy Scout belt or whatever they put on their satchel, their sash, whatever. A patch, right?
A badge?
A badge. Like he totally
a badge on your sash, Shay?
A badge on my sash.
Yeah. Can you hear my stomach?
No.
Okay.
Like the same way that you guys can't hear the jackhammer absolutely going ape shit like 10 feet from my left ear. No, can't hear your stomach. But like fully, I know Adam Sandler's nice. I didn't ask for a picture. I said, you know what? Seeing Adam Sandler and hearing him riff is enough. And it was for me. I feel fulfilled.
Yeah, I would
My heart
imagine that's enough.
my heart and cup are overflowing. And it felt good. Additionally, I was at a bar on Saturday night, kind of like 8 p.m. It's raining. Um, I'm standing in the back, and then I notice everybody's staring at me, and I'm like, okay, you guys, like I'm just like
Just a
you.
person.
I'm just like you guys, okay? Like, you'll
Podcasters
still
are people too.
come on, you guys. Come on, treat me like a person. And I'm like, y'all still sell beer here? No. And I'm like, okay, this is like getting out of hand. And then Jake, buddy, kicks me from under the table and goes, Jason Momoa is like sitting like inches from your back. Because there was like two stools behind me that like we didn't even bother sitting in because it's not even a table. It's like two stools. Like Jason Momoa, he's so tiny and slim. He
He,
slipped right in and threw me and passed me and was just right behind me for the evening. He was like genuinely like breathtaking. I don't know how else to say it. Like the biggest man I've ever seen in my life.
I would love to stand next to him.
I genuinely think he could eat a smart car. Like if he had a
How
whole
tall
day.
is he? Or is it more just like also like just like the bulk?
It's the bulk.
I mean,
And if he wasn't Jason Momoa, I would actually be like, wow, that guy has a beer belly. But I know it wasn't a beer belly. I know it was like one
like a
solid
rock.
piece of concrete. But it was just like kind of
He's
breathtaking
only
being,
6'4".
the way he carries himself is very much 6'5".
Uh-huh. Really?
Yeah, and he's about 6'4" wide too.
Damn.
Yeah, he's got arms genuinely like the size of my chest piece.
I'd like to see him one day.
When he
And in
checked
a way,
out,
I already have.
when he checked out, Apple Pay, tapped his phone. I was like, Jason Momoa uses Apple Pay? Wow. They are just like us.
They are just like us.
I can't stop tapping. I'm like an Apple Pay freak.
No, I am too. I love Apple Pay. I love convenience. It's always been one of my favorite things.
Brooke, you and me both, and speak of the devil.
But you would
Not me
not do something that you would not hire someone to do something that you could do yourself.
that I can do myself, except I have to admit something to you. I did go puff ice this weekend.
I've always been the biggest proponent of go puffing ice.
Well, I could go like here. I can genuinely walk outside, but there was like a group at a house, and I didn't know where we were, and I was like, can I just like call an ice? They're like 100% you can call an ice, and I feel like a piece of ass doing that, but I was kind of the glue between the two groups, and I was like, I feel like me being middleman here is more important. Like me maintaining a middle table persona here, a middler persona between these two groups,
Like you couldn't leave.
and choreographing and being the liaison between these two groups of young men and women. It was more valuable for me, actually less selfish of me in the grand scheme of things to go puff ice. And I'm kind of supporting gig workers in the same vein.
Gay workers?
This person may have been gay.
But
And
what did
if
you
so,
say?
I said ally.
No, you're supporting what workers?
Gig. Gig. Gig.
What is that?
Why
Just
are you
like
gig?
people who have gigs?
Gig working the gig working economy is like
Like
people
Uber.
that
Okay, I understand.
Uber and yeah,
I've never heard that term.
gig workers. Now it sounds like a slur.
It's
Like it sounds
completely slurred up.
completely
Yeah.
like don't shame gig working.
Yeah.
Gig work.
Ooh, it's heavy on the ears.
The hard G is kind of not
It's
not
not.
sitting
It's
right with
not.
me anymore.
It's not resonating with my eardrums.
Um, I'm trying to think of what happened in between last week and this week. I officially have my apartment. I think I said that, but I signed my lease on Saturday morning, like signed, sealed,
Thank
delivered.
heavens.
And then obviously, I went and got coffee with Veronica yesterday. Veronica is cool.
Yeah. Love her.
And he was like, hey, like random question, but like, why didn't you wait 3 months till you're done with tour to sign a lease on an apartment?
I mean, yeah, it is a great question, and it's an honest one.
And it's truthful.
Sometimes I think that you, this is all love, like from a sister to a brother.
No
Think
worries,
of like the hardest way to do something, and then do it that way.
And I think that all must come from somewhere.
It's got to. You're like, how could I make this the most difficult for myself where I have to jump through like as many hoops as humanly possible and then some? I'll take that. Check.
I'll take that route. And
I'll
then
take
also,
that and the check.
yeah, it's like, okay, let me move out by myself. And then I move it to a storage unit. You know, all my stuff's in a storage unit. Who's going to get it from the storage unit?
I don't know.
Who is going to get it? If anyone says a word about me wearing the same thing every day for the next 3 months,
You know they're about to start.
I'm not going to do anything about it. But just know that I have hate in my heart for you.
They're about to start.
I've been living out of a suitcase since I got here. I'll continue to live out of a suitcase.
I need an
And I'll continue-
entire
my-
new wardrobe.
My sweaty tits will just be ruining every
Yeah.
tee and knitted vest I own.
Yeah. Damn. Sorry about your sweaty tits.
No, it's okay. It's just like an unbelievable situation I'm going through over here right now, and I've never sweat this much like in this crevice before.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, welcome to being a woman.
Are you sweating in between your
Always.
units
Always.
constantly?
I'm always doing in between unit sweat.
I am
Boob sweat.
Like it's
You've
it's
heard
like
of it.
genuinely. Oh, I thought boob sweat was like under the boob.
It could be anywhere. It honestly depends on the shape of your boobs.
I don't really have a shape of my boobs. They're just part of my chest, which is why I'm so curious about the placement of the sweat. It's running right in between my.
I feel like smaller chested
Yeah.
women like you and I might rip it down the middle. More so.
Well, maybe I need to build out my chest a little bit more so that I can disperse more evenly my beads of sweat, because right now it feels like there's a water fountain coming, and it's just
Take your
constant
wool
drip.
sweater off.
I'm gonna look really washed out because I've never been more pale in my life, and I think I'd rather have this cream sweater on, kind of giving me a little bit of a glow.
Yeah, I need to use my tanning drops.
That post pneumonia glow that everyone talks about.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank one of my favorite sponsors right now. It's Bumble. If you guys didn't know, women are reclaiming their power this year.
You know what I kind of like have trouble with
Huh?
is the whole like be mysterious
Yeah.
suggestion that you maybe get from your parents or others who are giving you advice. That's something that I struggle with.
Yeah.
But I've recently learned, Connor,
Yeah.
that dating doesn't have to come with a rule book if you don't want it to. It's okay to date your way.
Yeah.
Less do
No,
they like me, and more do I like them. For example, being just like upfront about who I am and not really like hiding any of that like personality. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. And you said like, I'm not going to hold back. I have learned recently that some of the photos that I like, these are my favorite photos. These are my favorite photos, getting mad, untagging photos. I look how I look. So I'm going to be putting regular photos that my friends are posting. I'm posting on my profile, not like my like headshots on my profile. Prioritizing me in this way this year.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because people who are like looking at your pictures, they want to see what you look like just like day to day, you know?
Right. Like, that is what you look like.
Don't give them just your headshot and then show up not in headshot mode.
No, be like reflective of what's there.
You.
Yeah, and that way we can encourage women to date exactly who they want, however they want.
Exactly. Well said. I was almost about to say that.
I was going to take it right out of your hands and your mouth and say, Bumble has some great features like filtering by interests, setting your dating intentions, and answering prompts for your profile. Bumble spotlights what you have in common with potential matches, making it easier to see if they're a fit and giving you shared interests to start a conversation. That's awesome. It makes it easier and quicker to find people that like what you like. Download the app and date your way on Bumble.
I have to say something.
Well, hit me. Yeah.
I definitely had to say something.
Okay.
And that's where I'll start. Oh, I actually, like, in between all of the mean comments from last week, people were so supportive. And I had thought that I was going to get pushed back for being so upset about my tooth because, like, in the grand scheme of things, not a huge deal. People were so supportive of my tooth and made me feel so much better. Truly, I had gone from, like, the trenches of despair, and now I feel, like, so validated. because people were really validating that it is challenging to have a really large space in your teeth. And a lot of people had suggested that I just start eating with my Invisalign in, which I really appreciated because I was already doing that and felt gross. So I really appreciated you guys also validating that. I mean, thank you so much. There are so many people that have experienced this very thing, which sometimes that's all you need to hear. It's just like, I've been through this too.
Yeah.
And you will come out the other side. So I want to thank you all so much for seeing me in that regard. Already feeling so much better. I have my orthodontist appointment right after this to kind of get those official aligners to begin closing that space and start that process. So I'm really excited about that. And just, I wanted to thank everyone for that. You made me feel so much better.
That's really sweet.
Yeah. I was feeling great.
And honest and truthful.
And then, so that was one good thing that happened last week. And then something remarkable happened as well.
Okay.
I went to Laguna Beach over the weekend because I had never really been. I think I went once with you, but like we didn't like walk around or anything.
Right.
I think we were just in the space. But we were walking around and there was this like secondhand store that we walked into. And in the front, it was like an art supply store. In the front, there was this like basket of Beanie Babies. And one caught my eye. I mean, I have tears in my eyes just thinking about this. Freckles. Connor. Freckles was a Beanie Baby that I had before Hodgepodge. And I had lost him. And complete devastation. Hodgepodge, who you guys know, I have a tattoo of Hodgepodge. He's my son. Freckles was my firstborn. And I lost him. And Hodgepodge has been the most incredible, I don't want to say replacement, because he's not a replacement. He's so much more than that. Incredible support system after the loss of Freckles. Freckles was sitting in that basket in that secondhand store. Probably not the Freckles that I had lost, but a Freckles nonetheless. You don't know that. It could have been my very Freckles.
Mm-hmm.
But I have thought about Freckles so much over the years, and it just never felt right to like go on eBay and get a Freckles. You know, that didn't feel meaningful in any way. It's just like Freckles is gone and you have to accept that. But seeing Freckles in this space, I mean, hysterics. Seeing him, it was like reuniting with like someone I haven't seen in truly 25 years.
Someone you used to pick apples with in Papa's Orchard.
And to think he was only $5 USD, I would have paid unlimited.
Hey, there are cathedrals everywhere for those with the eyes to see.
So like Freckles came home with me, which is exciting, and to see him and Hodgepodge next to each other. It's like, it meant the world as a mother.
It's really sweet.
How many stuffed animals do you think is too many to have in my bed right now? Not including you for my you know who Scorsful, my Scandinavian bear, because he's more of a pillow, so he doesn't.
That's
count.
More of a pillow piece. I don't know, 6.
Okay.
What are you working with? Like 27 or 8?
I would say 6.
6.
I would say I'm about to hit the threshold.
I know we should be careful because we don't need another case of me wearing wired headphones and being accused of appropriating autistic culture by having 50 stuffed. Like that was a stuffed animal conversation.
I have that's not something that I fear.
Okay, I saw something
because that
online.
Is something that you can just say that is so ridiculous that I'm going to just walk past that, and never look back.
That was like genuinely one of the funniest comments I've ever seen.
You can just laugh at something like that, I think.
A lot of times I'm like, oh crap, am I? That one I was like, what? But I saw that conversation around the Squishmallows. Someone saying that they couldn't, there's a shortage now because of,
okay, well, I'm not doing Squishmallows.
I'm just talking out of my ass. There's such an amazing amount of noises happening that I'm going to ignore them.
You have to ignore them.
Yeah, I'm going to ignore them.
You have to. I can tell you if you were sitting here, my stomach would be just as distracting.
That's awesome that together, where like your contacts and your prescription sunglasses, it cancels out.
Yeah.
As long as we're locked in together.
Nice callback.
You're coming here next week, right?
I'm coming there next week for literally, well, y'all know I don't like traveling like in the slightest. Friday, I leave for Indiana to go to the frats.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm doing Kappa this weekend. for Mom's Weekend.
You're rushing. You're dirty
I am
rushing.
like full on dirty rushing. And Connor, it's -1 degree.
No.
I swear.
I mean, there's no way. Like all those parties are outside.
They
or
are
in the
outside.
Brooke, you
And
have
get
to.
this, Gabby says you can't wear your puffer because there's not space.
I believe her.
I said, I don't give a shit if there's not space. I'm wearing my puffer.
I think your argument and Gabby's argument should be you guys are both like half of the size of a person.
I will freeze and break apart like an icicle. I'm wearing the puffer at Kappa.
Well,
POV, you're wearing a puffer at Kappa. That is me this weekend.
Get ready with me to wear a puffer.
Get ready, GRWM, to wear a puffer at
Please,
Kappa
like,
outside.
Who's going
at
with
1
you?
degree Fahrenheit.
Is it what?
Fahrenheit.
Who's going with you?
Channing, who has actually decided not to do a signature pair of wedges for Kappa due to the open-toed nature of them.
Maybe she get a closed-toe wedge.
It's too late. We're leaving.
You're leaving Friday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Yeah,
It's
I don't
choice
know. I
day.
think the wedges. It's a big process. I can't even
All right.
and understand her creative genius behind that.
But okay.
Yes, doing Mom's Weekend.
Okay, I'm gonna text Channing separately and ask her to please vlog because
She is
I know
vlogging. She is vlogging.
Okay, good.
I am worried. I'm just like, yeah. It's just interesting to me that people they're all like 20. You know.
I mean, as someone,
It feels obviously you drink at college. Underage. That's just a fact of life. It feels wrong for me to be enabling it. It feels like I'm enabling it if I'm at the frats. I will say my dad had no problem at Father's Weekend.
Yeah.
But I feel a little guilty. Is that weird?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay. I'll brush past it.
Yeah, you should just go and like you didn't have that college experience at all. So I feel like just
didn't.
like go and like hang dong.
I didn't
don't
go
do
to
that, sorry.
one.
I meant like
dong?
I meant like rock out with your cock out, but like hang dong was like a little bit too.
A little bit too. It was a
canon of
little
me.
bit too. It was.
Well,
a
I was
little
gonna
bit
say
too.
I was gonna say hang sweaty tits, but I was like, no, I shouldn't say that. Like I should say hang dong.
Hang
but then I was
dong
like,
is better.
don't drop your clit, you know,
Okay.
at Kappa. Okay,
I'm
and
like scared. I'm gonna leave my clit at Kappa.
No, Brooke, you really need to keep track of your clit while you're at Kappa and make
Channing,
sure that you
I know Channing's gonna lose
lose
hers.
it.
Honestly, I'm worried about that.
No, you need to. Like, she's gonna say, "Nobody move." I just dropped my clit,
I'm sure she will.
and you're gonna.
And
between
these,
your
like, imagine Channing said she's gonna do. Gabby has some. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing, and if she does, I feel horrible, Gabby. Not I wouldn't say exes, but exes for the sake of it. That we will be that they're at the frat that we will be doing. I don't understand how it works at all, but I think it's like her sorority and this frat, and that's
It's
our
like a mixer.
Of sorts, and that is the community that we'll be a part of. And Channing's already talking about doing like one-on-ones with those who have scorned Gabby.
Cool.
Like I don't think that'll necessarily help
Oh, hell
Gabby,
no.
but I'm excited to see it happen nonetheless.
I'm jealous from a distance.
From a distance.
Yeah.
Alexa's also coming too, which is great. Alexa is like just like the person you want on site in moments of chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mom vibes.
Yeah. And obviously my mom did I tell you my mom moved to Indiana?
Nope.
Why? Because why not?
Still, like my favorite comment ever is gonna be like, "I love when Brooke low-key shades her mom." Like that's gonna go down in my favorite comment.
I feel bad. I feel bad. Anyway, yeah, but my mom has actually moved to Indiana temporarily. I'm not sure what her end goal is, but she is 15 minutes away from the university and IU. Yeah, that's what it's called. And will not be attending Mom's Weekend. It's not her scene. So, which does make sense.
Yeah, that would definitely leave her feeling uncentered, I fear.
I fear it would knock her chakra right off.
It would knock
right
her
off its
chakra
back.
off her chakra.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
her
it's just easier
chakras.
for me to fly there.
Oh, are you Mama Bear this weekend?
That's what I'm saying. Gabby's doing 3 moms this weekend. none of which are her
Oh
birth
my,
mom who
okay.
lives 15
I
away.
really missed the connection. I really thought, oh, Brooke, it's gonna be so much more fun going there for parents' weekend or mom's weekend because there's gonna be like a lot of moms there, and the moms are fun. They're like there to like hang
I'm
dong.
like
Like I don't know
worried
how else to
about the
say it.
moms hanging dong.
No,
I don't know who
like
I'm more scared of, the 20-year-olds or the moms.
the moms are gonna be like, oh, like I shouldn't do the ice. I shouldn't take a shot, but okay, like for my daughter, they're fun. It's like it's fun.
Okay.
You're gonna have a blast.
I am.
I
I do think. Hey, at the very least, there will be some stories to share.
At the end of the day, that's all we can ask.
But yeah, I'm going to college this weekend, and then I come back on Sunday, and then leave Wednesday for New York, which is my fastest turnaround ever for a trip.
Wait, you're
which is
gonna
causing
go
me anxiety.
back to LA?
I am, because I like just like 2 nights with Jonathan, Sunday night, Monday, 3 nights with Jonathan is worth it to me.
Wow, that's incredible.
I like leaving him is like, it's almost impossible to bear.
Wow.
Yeah, it's tough. Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, BetterHelp. You might be wondering, what are some of my relationship green flags?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like transparency, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Communication, I would say.
Communication, that's a good
Transparency
one.
within communication.
Kindness.
Yeah.
I know people are like, oh, that's overrated. I don't think it is.
Kindness is a lost art.
It's a lost art. I'd like to bring it back.
Yeah, thoughtfulness.
Yeah, thoughtfulness. That's so good.
Call me crazy.
Like
call me
remembering
old-fashioned.
like a little thing that I've said, you know? That's
Yeah.
sweet.
Call me old fashioned.
Call me old fashioned, but
It's cool.
yeah. We often hear about the red flags we should avoid, but what if we focus more on looking for green flags in friends and partners?
Yeah, if you're not sure what they look like, therapy can help you identify green flags, actively practice them in your relationships, and embody the green flag energy yourself. And I'm excited for that because you'll hear on this episode, I don't know if it happened already or later, me, I have a therapist appointment, and I'm looking forward to that. And whether you're dating, married, or building a friendship, or just working on yourself, it's time to form relationships that love you back.
Connor, I really am so excited for you because so many of my friends and family have benefited positively from therapy, because it really gives you the time to prioritize your needs and learn new things like setting boundaries, which I think will be like so helpful, and becoming the best version of yourself.
I'm looking forward to being the best version of myself so hard.
And you're going to be. I
Yeah.
have a feeling.
You hear that?
As if it could get any better.
You hear that?
No.
I'm knocking on wood.
Oh, nice.
BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. Access to a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Easily switch therapists at any time with no extra cost.
Discover your relationship green flags with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/BNC to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BNC. But yeah, then I'm coming to New York for an event just for 2 days.
I know.
But
And
tell everyone what we're doing.
We're going to go. So, we're going to see Little Shop of Horrors. And what's funny is our friend Milo M, he's in it.
Well, I don't know Milo yet, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see him.
We're going to go see him on B-Way, well, off B-Way. And then I got tickets too late, so I'm about 17 seats down the row from Catherine and Brooke. So, but I'm cool doing
He's
stuff
going to
by
be
myself.
so good, I think.
One thing about me, I can do things by myself.
And Liz Gillies, too. Do you know who she is?
Yeah.
Like, I think they're going to be so good. I'm so excited. Connor, this is the perfect show for you. It's like Wicked and Little Shop are the shows that I would recommend to people who like are just dipping their toes into the Broadway space.
I'm ready to put my whole foot in this bitch.
I think you're gonna end up, by the end of Little Shop, your leg will be in the space. Maybe both.
Whoa, up to my knee, or what are we doing?
No, I was thinking like your thigh tattoo will be covered.
So my tit sweat has moved to my palms, and I kid you not, there's a drop of sweat like
Are you
falling
having
off.
a panic attack?
I don't know. Oh, but speaking of, sorry to switch off B-Way so fast.
No, that's okay. I'm just really excited for you to see that, and I'm excited to see it.
I have a trial course with a therapist this week. Isn't that crazy?
Are you serious?
Yeah, get ready for the most annoying person you've ever met come like 2 weeks from
I
now.
am so happy for you. How did this come
Thanks.
about?
Um, I was actually with Hunter yesterday, and he was like, "Right now, pull out your phone and email that therapist. I want to watch you press send."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." And then I was like, "I don't want to." And he's like, "Do it right now. Push send." Hunter's leaving right now, the apartment.
Bye, Hunter.
Um,
Love you.
and he said, "Love you."
Thank you.
Um, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." I pressed send, and then she got back today. I was like, "Oh yeah, I actually have one available spot, like one more client that I can take on." So I'm gonna do like 15 to 20 minute trial, see what I need. She said.
Uh-huh. That's
I've
great.
had a therapist be like, I can't do that."
That's fine. That's better they tell you that then, but I'm so happy.
Thanks. Well, the last one was like 60 something years old. So I was like, I don't think we'd be a good match anyway. And I don't want to fight you,
I think
because
that's what, yeah, I don't know. You'll see. You'll
spe-
see.
speaking of fight, I want to tell you this.
Wait,
And this is like,
when is the call?
I didn't respond to her email for
Respond
availability
right
yet.
now. Open your phone. I want to watch you press send.
Oh, my
Show me
notes
how
are
you
up.
press send.
Okay, I'll do it right now. I'm gonna respond. Okay. Thanks
Let's
for
aim
reaching
for this
out.
week.
Could you see me your availability for this week and next, so we can find a time that
Let's aim for
I feel
this.
like I shouldn't. I feel like I shouldn't do this in here because I got to look at my calendar and go back to the
All right,
email
I'm
and then
gonna
go back to
text
the
you then to
calendar.
make sure you do it.
Okay, I'll send you a screenshot of
Okay,
my.
yeah, send me a screenshot.
But I tell you about this thing that happened this weekend.
Okay.
So also Saturday after me and Mr. Momoa had parted ways. Talk about tit sweat. Imagine his tit sweat if he's worked up. We go to a secondary location that was right near where I'm staying,
A
and
secondary location?
a second location to get a drink.
What does that have to do with dairy?
Secondary location, secondary,
Oh my god.
primary,
Oh my god, I'm
secondary.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, I no, that was my enunciation.
But I'm usually an advocate for enunciating. That was
Secondary
my
location.
bad. That was my
No,
bad.
that's just like classic, like flick of the wrist.
That is a
So
classic flick of the wrist
that's a.
situation.
I was gonna say flick of the tongue. What am I thinking of? But like
Slip of
flick
the
of the
tongue?
tongue. What is it?
Slip of the tongue?
Slip of the tongue, not flip of the tongue.
I
That's a
think slip
weekend
of the
song.
tongue.
Yeah, slip of the wrist. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Um, so we go to this bar, and I go. There's a downstairs restroom, which like Brett it was so spot on with his video the other day. He said like, "Why are restrooms downstairs all of a sudden?"
It's embarrassing. It's like it's a walk of shame of sorts.
Yeah, let me go drain my dragon down this in the basement.
Yeah.
Like please just leave me upstairs. Um, like I'm below sea level to go to the restroom.
Hmm.
I'd rather go home. But so I go downstairs and I'm in the urinal space and I hear these two guys at the sink and they're talking in Irish and I was like, "Oh my gosh, are you guys Irish?" And they're like, "No, Scottish," like or something. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And like, "Okay, my bad." Whatever. I was gonna be like, "Oh, I was just," and they're like, "No, duh, we're Irish. Like we're Irish." And I was like, "Oh, cool. I was just in Ireland for a while. I was like not catching their sarcasm. I don't think Irish people are sarcastic. So it's just like very dry.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I guess
"Oh,
that's
okay. Well, I was just
sarcasm.
there. Like I was in this place and this place." And they're like, "Oh, we're from Galway." And I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Very cool." And then like it switched and it was like very aggressive towards me. And I was like, I caught it and I was like, okay, like I just need to get out of the downstairs bathroom. And an older gentleman comes in like a suit. And the one Irish dude start like puts his chest out to like fight
They
this
were
old
ready. They were ready.
this old man. And I go, okay, easy, 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 easy. And the old man's like, he's not an old man. He's probably in his 50s. He was like, I'm just trying to pee, whatever. And I was like, no, you're good. Like, I don't know. So I go upstairs and the Irish dude, after I was like, hey, don't touch this gentleman, was just staring at me as I left. And I was like, oh crap. I go upstairs and I tell the group that I was with, I was like, I swear, like, keep an eye behind me because there's a dude downstairs that's just like looking for a fight. And we're talking, talking, talking. And then all of a sudden, Aiden, who I don't know if you've met Aiden,
Mm-mm. I
just
haven't
like,
met any of your New York community.
okay, well, you will next week. We'll grab supper.
Okay.
So we're,
No,
so
I can't do supper. I'm missing a tooth.
oh, we'll do,
We'll
we'll
have
do,
to do
we'll do,
drinks.
we'll do, we'll do,
We will have
uh,
to do Invisalign on Hangout.
we'll do non-sexual, tantalizing intercourse or whatever
Tantric,
they call it.
tantric.
Tantric
Yeah.
intercourse.
Okay.
We'll just stare at each other
Sounds
and
good. I would
exchange.
literally rather do tantric intercourse with someone than eat in front of them right now.
I would rather do tantric intercourse with someone than like go and do this first therapy session. But
No. You're gonna.
I can't do tantric intercourse with my therapist.
Are you
You
gonna
have
be
to speak.
honest with your therapist?
Yeah, I'm gonna be really shy, but I'll be honest.
Okay.
Anyways, all of a sudden Aiden pushes past me like quickly, and I'm like, what the hell? These two are scrapping. The guy came up and was gonna hit me in the back of the head from downstairs. And in 2
He's
seconds,
gonna hit you in the back of the head?
because he was like wound up, ready to sock me in my head.
Wait, and Aiden swooped in,
grabbed him. In 2 seconds, the bouncer has Aiden in a headlock. I grabbed the dude that was trying to hit me because now his new prime target is Aiden, who's in a headlock on the ground. And then the server's over there, and I had just helped the server find this like drunk girl's phone, and so like we were tight. And I'm like, we're gonna leave like that. And the bouncer comes out, and the manager comes out, and I was like, that dude, I swear to God, that was not Aiden. He was downstairs looking for a fight. He tried to fight an old man, and they go, we know him. Like we know it's not your fault. And I was like, what the hell? They were like, he's the owner of the bar. He fights
in.
everybody. He fights everybody at the bar.
Do you want to
And,
give
like,
us the name of the bar or not really?
no, I can't because I really enjoy it, and I'm gonna have to wear a disguise next time I go back, and it's very close to where I'm staying. But oh my gosh, it was just like, wait, he didn't get kicked out. I was like, why is he still in there? Why are we like?
Did you leave?
Yeah, I was like, we're gonna leave anyways, but like, why don't you take care of him because he's gonna fight some other bar patrons? And they were like, he owns the bar. Wow, wow. I was like,
Damn.
ooh, I hope no one saw the absolute bubble that was just formed on my right nostril. But
No, that's a good thing about Zoom.
very cool. So that was something that I've never been in a bar fight. I've broken up bar fights, but I've never been. It was really exhilarating. Like,
Wow.
by everybody on the way out with my coat, being like, "We're out of here." You know, like, we don't even want to be here. And like, everyone's looking like, "Whoa, they got in a bar fight." And like, obviously, like I didn't throw one punch. I was about to get probably knocked the fuck out. And my buff friend like had to step in and intercept this person. But I was like, whoa, that felt like really good, you know? Like,
wow, Connor, that is cool.
I'd never want it to happen again because I don't think that the outcome would be the same at all. But it was cool, like to have that experience.
I would like to be in a bar adjacent fight one day, one of these days.
I mean, it all just happens in the blink of an eye.
It all happens so fast.
This.
That's the thing. It all happens so fast.
I mean, it had to be it all had to happen in under like 10 seconds. I'm not kidding. Like,
yeah.
The first punch, headlock, whatever.
Damn, Connor.
Anyways, that's like all the updates I have on my end. I am excited to say that I've started wearing underwear again out of necessity because you absolutely like have to wear underwear here.
Yeah.
And so my Skims have been getting like a lot of use out of them, and I heart Skims.
I heart
underwear.
Skims too. I'm wearing my Skims today too.
Oh my gosh, they're so awesome. And I'm wearing briefs, Skims briefs.
Now, remind me, briefs are the length of boxers but tight.
They're not super tight, like they're not compression shorts, which is what you wear to run.
But they're not
runs.
loose boxers.
But they're not loose boxers.
They're the tighter, like they're form fitting.
Yeah, like the funny thing about boxers, they're so loose, but when you put on a pair of pants, they're a thong. They go in between your cheeks and up your ass because they pull up. But briefs will stay put.
Want to hear something horrible?
Yes.
Last time I was home in Florida, I forgot pajamas. So I was like, oh, like maybe this is actually weird to say, but I was like, oh, I'll just take a pair of Pop-Pop's boxers. Is it weird to take a pair of your grandpa's boxers?
No.
Okay. So I was like, oh, I'll just take a pair of Pop-Pop's boxers, put them on, briefs on my form.
That's
briefs on my form.
That's encroaching. That's encroaching some territory that I don't think that.
No, they were boxers, but on me, on my form, they were briefs.
They became briefs.
They transition lensed.
They were
from boxer on his body to brief on mine. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Pop is a skinny legend. So that's not
It's just like wow. It was almost like wow
it was
and
almost like a wow
nice
moment.
and yay.
Yeah. Well,
Very cool.
yeah, that's encroaching on some territory that I don't think that you would want to have been close to, body on body speak.
Well, it's not even
Um,
that. It's just more of like the forms. But it's a statement about the two forms, two different forms.
well, okay. What are you gonna do?
Nothing.
Pop up,
That's the
pop
thing,
up,
Connor.
pop up has a tight bod. Like that has nothing to do with anybody. I need to get in. I think we've been yapping for a long time, and I have like some very timely things that I want to chat through with you.
Okay.
One, SNL 50.
Okay.
I know that we talked about it for a second, like you
Briefly
didn't
last night.
briefly last night. There were several moments that I loved. Not really any that had to do with any skits. Is my thing.
I put it on like 3 separate times and I kept just like getting distracted because they were all skits that I've seen 1,000 trillion times just reenacted. So I just like saw everything on Twitter.
Yeah, I think all the highlights are what's important. Um, it was the coolest. Like to me, that was like my award show. People that watch like award shows
Yes.
religiously, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Met Gala!" That was my Met Gala.
Yeah.
Was SNL 50? Like it was the coolest thing I ever seeing. Like all of those specific people
It
in
was
that
great to
space.
see
I was like,
every the gang back to all together.
this is really
A
cool.
fusion of
And,
gangs.
and there's like so many people that didn't get like Timothy Chalamet. I was shocked didn't go, but they had the BAFTA British Awards, whatever. But like everyone else, I was there. I was like, oh, this is very cool. Kind of
I was
giving.
really missing Bill. And I know
That was
everyone
what
was.
that was what I was. What is the issue, or what is the deal with Bill Hader not being there?
And no one
I
knows.
just
Like there's obviously, what public speculation. You know how that happens.
I know one thing or no. Maybe he
You
was
know one
drunk.
thing or two about public
Maybe he was
speculation.
inebriated.
Yeah, he could have been inebriated.
He was probably inebriated, and that's why he couldn't make it.
But on the other hand, he could have been sick. He could have been tired. His reps just said he had a scheduling conflict, but I don't know. I was missing him. I miss him. I love him.
Like I'm not gonna argue if that's what his rep says, but like that would be incredible to have a scheduling conflict that conflicted with like your whole upbringing,
I don't
career
know.
wise. Yeah,
Someone came out and said like he doesn't have a good relationship with Lauren,
I've heard that.
but I don't know.
Other things I love. Julia Louis-Dreyfus needs to genuinely be president, not
Yeah.
just in deep. I think she's the funniest person on the planet.
Mhm.
I think. Did you see the skit with her and Tina Fey and Amy Poehler?
I don't think I
Or it wasn't
did.
really a skit. Basically, they were going through. This is like probably my favorite part of the whole thing was
I
Tina Fey
do
and
need
Amy
to like
Poehler.
fully watch it.
Someone else had said this, but it was like kind of a weird thing for me to like see this SNL 50 thing and be like, oh wow, look at all these great people that have left the show. Like it was like a celebration of 50 years, but it was also like, oh wow, look at all those the funniest parts of the show are like gone from the show now. It's like that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I miss when Tina Fey and Amy Poehler and Will Ferrell and all them were like doing the skits and Kristen Wiig. It's like, oh my gosh, that's what I used to watch.
I do wonder, like, I look back at SNL in terms of like the cast and just like, wow, that era was the best. That era was the best. That era was the best. Like, I wonder if people will look back at like the recent SNL ever and be like, loved that era. Do you know what I mean?
It's impossible
I'm
to say.
curious. I am genuine. I like wonder.
Um, well, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and she had the funniest like interaction with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. They were like, and like Julia Louis-Dreyfus brought her service dog, that's our emotional support dog, whatever. And she's like, oh no, I'm here for him. He's blind.
What was
And
she
like,
blind in?
Julia?
Yeah.
I don't know. A show? What do you mean?
Yeah.
A show?
She
Maybe
was
Veep.
pretending to be blind in something.
Probably Seinfeld or
Do you know
Veep.
what I'm talking about, Kenny?
I think Taylor knows.
Arrested Development. Do you remember?
Arrested
Did you watch that?
Development.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
That was good.
Sorry.
I have my stuff pulled up. One, Judd Apatow said if someone made The Hangover today, they would make $1 billion, and that's causing waves. Did you see that?
No? Why
I
is
don't
that
know what-
causing waves?
Did you guys see that? Anyone else in the studio? Did you guys see that Judd Apatow had said like if someone made The Hangover today, it would make $1 billion?
Yeah, I saw that statement.
Why is that?
What was the context of him saying that? Like, I think that because everyone's saying no, if someone made The Hangover today, it would just go straight to Prime Video. And that was like a dig. What was the
Unfortunately,
context?
I do not know the context of it. I just saw the quote, but I can look it up for you.
I think he was saying like that the art of writing comedy like that has been lost, and if someone could like figure out a way to write that
Wait,
sort of
could he
comedy,
not?
I mean that. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Also, he was posting a ton of photos of him like with all these people. Like, oh, when Keenan Thompson was on, I think that movie that about the fat camp. What was that? Like Keenan Thompson was legitimately 12, and Judd Apatow looks the same age, and he does now.
Oh,
And like Keenan Thompson is like 40s.
he might even be 50s now.
Keenan?
Maybe not. I don't know.
That would make Judd Apatow like 80.
Keenan was born in 1978. All right, give me a little bit more than that. He's 46. And Judd is
66?
57.
57?
So they're
Oh,
not
wow.
even 10 years apart.
Well, Judd Apatow was alive during that time when people looked like in their 40s when they were like 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I
George Costanza.
Just, yeah. Yes.
George Costanza being like a stud on Seinfeld, like had all the girls like absolutely in line sopping wet for George Costanza, and that was how every show like that was. They were like, "Ooh, look at that guy that just walked in," and the guy is like someone who modern day women would like call HR on if he said hello to them.
I fear that I would have been one of those girls for George. Almost even a little.
He does have a pull, but it's strictly
there is a
personality-wise.
pull. There's a pull.
Yeah. Okay, so that Martin Short and Meryl Streep, that was Meryl Streep's first time on SNL ever. So I think that Martin Short and Meryl Streep are like full
Really
blown going so hard that
they're going
he got
so
her to be
steady.
like that's the hardest launch I've ever seen. Like Meryl Streep and
there
her
needs
launch.
to be, and I think like there are more books coming out about it that I love, like more like 60 plus romances in pop culture.
What's that one with Diane Keaton? That movie.
Yes.
I would love more movies like that. That makes
Something's
me feel
gotta give.
good. Something's gotta give.
Something
bro.
has got to give.
Something's got to give in the rom-com industry. I'll step up to the damn plate if you guys need me. We need a renaissance.
And this is when I'll come back and say, everyone needs to go watch Grace and Frankie.
Grace and Frankie's good. I just watched Bridget Jones is crazy about the boy.
How was that? I love Leo.
That made me really sad because Renee Zellweger's. Okay, wait. Who's the dude that's in like One Day and he's in White Lotus last season?
Leo,
that's who you love. He's the
love interest.
He's the love interest.
Yes.
And I'm just like so confused. Does he know he's a great actor, but like I don't know. Like how is he the love interest in every single show right now?
How could he not be? How could you be a casting agent and think of anyone else at a time like this?
It was not a natural fit for this movie. I didn't feel like.
Well, you know they're based off of books.
No.
Yeah, you know, my book was pitched as Gen Z versus Bridget Jones.
Oh wow, that's
they're
incredible.
Books.
Well, I love Bridget Jones. I love that stuff.
It sounds like you do.
I do love it. I don't think that was like
wasn't your favorite segment of her storyline?
No, it just didn't feel like a natural fit for some reason. Like I don't know if it's because I've watched so many things with Leo in it, and Renee Zellweger, like all I've watched really. She's like so Bridget Jones to me. But the way they filmed it was really beautiful, and I feel like what's happening right now with like the way things are filmed, which I hate, is that they're so sharp. It looks like you're watching like Planet Earth when you're watching Anyone But You. They're so sharp and they're so kitschy. And like you almost want like a softer filming type, you know? Like
and yet people came for Wicked when they went soft.
What do you mean?
They're like some of the like colors in Wicked were like muted a bit and people were like so outraged.
I want like a more grainy filmography when someone films a rom-com. Like I want it to be like the most high def I want it to be is like 50 First Dates film. Like the colors are really nice, almost like pastel-y, really soft.
It's just your TV, maybe?
No, it's the way that they produce. Like it's almost like 3D printed.
Okay.
Did you watch White Lotus?
I watched White Lotus.
First of all, did you clock Lucius, sorry.
Connor, I have seen each Harry Potter 30 plus times. I didn't clock Lucius M for even 1 second. No ounce of me was like, that man looks familiar, until I got on Twitter the next day and was like, I literally couldn't clock Lucius without that hair. And I was like, what do you mean that wasn't Lush? I cannot believe that's Lush.
On my father's fat ass, could not pin that man. And then I got on IMDb like immediately, and obviously they don't have the cast up yet. So like I had to individually search characters and like look for the Deadline article that had them all in it. And I was like, no shit, Lucius. But he needs a wig. Like I literally couldn't have placed. They should have. I mean, I love what they did with the place. Like they nailed it. They really nailed it. I love the accents. It reminds me of like an SMU family so much, like a Texas like loaded family that's just like on this trip, and they're all douchebags and they all want to fuck each other. That's like a perfect
so excited
example.
to see where that family is gonna go.
That is a perfect example of when I say like brothers and sisters are not supposed to be like, this is my best friend, like happy birthday to my best friend. And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to be that close. So you're not supposed to have like, your mom's not supposed to be like jumping on you after your football game and taking a picture and being like so proud of my boy. Like
I feel like they aren't like that though. Like especially the Patrick Schwarzenegger brother.
No.
Like he doesn't know his siblings at all. He's getting to know them, which is concerning. The way that he's choosing to get to know them, which is concerning.
They are bonding.
They
in
are
a way
getting acquainted.
I like kind of was thrown off a little bit when the sister was like, no, he can stay with me.
No, I know.
What?
I don't think Mike White is going to go. Well, I didn't think Mike White was going to go there. And then at the end, I said, maybe he just might.
Maybe he just
might.
Maybe we're doing incest. Like I really.
Well, we dipped our toe into the incest space last season with Leo's character and his uncle. Remember? He was fucking his uncle, but it wasn't his uncle.
Oh my gosh.
But we didn't necessarily know that.
Oh boy, did I forget about the incest in the last season.
Yeah, so maybe that was just like the warm-up.
It's crazy how quickly incest will just like leave your brain when a new incest moment happens. I forgot about Leah's incest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one thing. And then the big thing that everybody clocked, well, I think one person clocked and everyone else claimed to clock, was them on the boat. Patrick Schwarzenegger with his glasses on, the daughter with her headphones on, and the son, the youngest brother, drinking a bottle of Pepsi Cola.
Yeah.
And it was like, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. And then there's monkeys everywhere. And like, I just want to be like, we get it. We see the monkeys. Because they like keep being like, there's monkeys outside. And it's like, we saw the monkeys like right in the first scene. I saw that there were monkeys. I have a theory.
Tell me.
And we can all call our shots. I think a monkey's gonna get a gun.
I was just about to say, do you think the monkey pulled the trigger?
I think a monkey pulled the trigger, and I think it's like a Planet of the Apes situation.
I don't know if I'm there with you. I do. Obviously, like something is gonna happen with the monkeys.
I think the monkeys are gonna find a Glock.
I don't think they're gonna find a Glock, but something will happen with the monkeys.
I think we're gonna see a monkey with an AK-47 strapped to its hip, and just plowing them down. Now, I have another question really quickly about the beginning scene with the young man doing the meditation.
Okay.
When he's in the water, what do you think he saw that made him like try to get out?
A body.
Oh, damn. I thought it was like a creature. I thought it was like an alligator or like a snake.
No, the whole thing about White Lotus is that you see a body at the beginning and then you work your way back to figure out who it is.
Damn. I thought it was a gator.
No, it was not. It wasn't a gator.
Okay. I was like, oh, because my first thought when I see like a creek like that is like, I'm not getting in. There's critters in there.
Right. I think he like didn't have like the luxury.
See, I would have ran inside the house with all the other people running inside.
Well, he was looking for his mom.
He was looking for his mom.
Who was Belinda.
He was looking for his mom.
Yeah, where's my mom?
Where's my mom? I'm all alone.
Yeah.
I'm way too young
to be on my own. Yeah, it was very much that.
And then Greg pops up again. Greg, who was cheating on Tanya last season, is effing with this little
I also forgot, like I had to remind myself, Greg is the one that tried to get Tanya killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's living in Thailand with his little mama.
Yeah.
that he hates too. So Greg's just
It's
like a
good to
miserable.
see him. It's always good to see him.
His bald head. I love that thing that they said all these like losers at home or whatever they call those bald white dudes that like come to Thailand.
Yes. I vaguely recall.
That was really special.
But I liked it. I'm so excited to see. I love White Lotus. I'm excited to see where it goes. It's like the only TV I could watch now.
I'm so happy to have something to do with everyone.
Yeah.
Like it really feels like it really feels.
It's nice to be back with everyone.
It feels like I joined a softball team or
Yeah.
like a kickball team, and I'm going on Sundays. But I got White Lotus merch, so I have a robe with a hood on it and slippers from the White Lotus, and they're the brunch slippers,
Yeah.
Brunch US.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture.
Maybe you'll
They're
wear
really
them in the bonus.
cool. Last thing I want to talk about really quick, and then we'll go to bone.
Yeah.
Not to bring this up like right before you fly out to Indiana and then directly fly out here. Yeah, the plane crash.
No, let's not.
The Delta flight doing a tuck and roll.
Let's not do the somersault.
No, all I want to say about that. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to say it. And God forbid, thank you so much for everything that you've given me. Such an ideal situation for everyone on that flight. They got in a plane crash. None of the people on that plane, including employees, will ever have to work again. And that is the reason, my theory, that planes that go down, their ideal situation is like everybody died. No one can sue them. I guess
Families.
the families. All right. Well, I would get a good TikTok out of it, a good viral TikTok out of it, and then I would be able to sue, and I'd probably never work again. I'd probably go Greg it up in Thailand, shave my head and be bald. And
If I was, I don't want to say anything in the space. I don't even want to say the P word.
No, and I won't. But they said that it was like weather, but then now they're saying that the pilot like straight up hit the ground and so hard that the wheel retracted. And I'm so happy everyone is okay.
Me too.
There was just a Hawaii pilot that I saw on Twitter that was like, "Hey guys, they're saying something's like off with the oil. They said that they're just gonna fix it, but I'm not feeling it, so I'm out. Good luck. I don't know what they're gonna do for you guys, but I'm not gonna fly on this plane, so good luck." And everyone on the plane was like, "What? We're going to Hawaii?" And he was like, "I don't know what to tell you. I'm not like risking it. Sorry, bye." And I'm like, "King, you did nothing wrong. Good. Get off that plane. If you're not feeling it, anyone that has an issue with the pilot saying, I'm out."
Would you get off the plane?
I'd be on the pilot's back, heading out. I'm going home with the pilot.
Yeah.
That's my family.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, well, that was fun. It was nice catching up.
That was fun catching up. I feel like I had so much to spew today, given my restraint last week and my out of body experience.
We can keep spewing in the bonus.
Yeah, we'll spew in the bone.
Okay,
But
see you there. Love
I'll
you.
see you guys all there. Thanks for the patience as we find a more permanent solution. And thank you, Reddit, for all of your creative writing abilities.
And thank you for all your support about my tooth. Thank you.
And thank you for 100K.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
This week on Close Friends, you just told me about the duck penis.
Well, I don't know for a fact. I've just seen a duck penis. Get you a sword swallower. I'm on Hinge looking for a sword swallower. If a boy bird has a penis and a girl bird has a cloaca, then who's driving the bus? I want to just really quickly flag that we didn't talk about poop one time in that main episode.
Sign up on tmgstudios.tv to watch the full bonus episode.